All right, what's up, everyone? Hello, hello. All right, what's up, everyone? Running a little behind. I had to let the song loop a second time. Normally, I try to let it loop once, buy me a little bit of time. But anyways, hello, good day. Good afternoon, good evening. Gotta reduce the height of this a little bit. Hey, Junie. Hey, Sinisham. What's up, Chris Carr? It's kind of crazy. I was just thinking about how, I don't know if you guys recognize that riff from, it's like this, one of those social media sound bites that has been used in tons of different content. But the correct me if I'm wrong, I think the person that wrote that / produced it is Dorian Concept. He's like a super talented producer who I've been following for a long time, I guess. But it just blows my mind that a lot of music nowadays that's consumed through social media like that. I feel like there's very little interest in. It feels like there's no inherent interest in the creators of these viral audio bits. I could be wrong, but that's kind of the vibe I get. That I think people don't really care too much that it's written by him. They just care that it fits the vibe of the media they're creating. Maybe that's wrong though. I might be wrong. How many coffees have I had today? This is number 2. I ran out of my favorite coffee bean, so I had a really small coffee this morning, and this is a leftover one that my fiance got me for the streamathon, and I didn't drink it. Wow, never mind. There's fiber in here. I feel like that's pretty rare for a coffee drink. Damn, that's good. Kind of sad when kids say, hey, that's the song from TikTok. I think it's just a reality of how I don't know, cultural societal shifts happen. But I agree in a way. The reality is, I mean, not everyone's always going to care about everything, right? So I guess it's fair to give people some slack. I don't really have a plan for today. It's been kind of a whirlwind day so far. I got a letter in the mail the other day that I thought was a scam. But it was not. And I found out I owe some taxes, and so I was like, this is from back when I lived in Canada, and I was chatting with an agent about it. And a call came out of nowhere. I thought for sure it was a scam, but apparently the Canadians are coming after me. From almost like 10 years ago. It's pretty crazy. The wild thing is, the only reason that I got the letter this time though is because for the first time in probably like 12 years, I haven't moved after a year. So literally every single year since basically since I graduated high school, I've been moving every single year. So that's why I wasn't getting their letters. And they would apparently be sent to my previous addresses, and then I just never would know that they were trying to get a hold of me. And this has been happening for like 9 years. And so ever since I moved into this house, it's been the first residence that I've kept for, it's been 2 years now. And I saw this and I was like, nah, there's no way this is real. Cause like, why would this be the first time they tried to contact me in 9 years? You know, it's a long time. Anyways. We can write a song about tax evasion. Yo, thank you for the follow, Professor. I'm just gonna call you Professor. I don't know how to read the rest of that. Tax evasion. Tax evasion. That could be a great song. The tax evasion. Tax evasion. Because I got more important things to spend money on than taxes, like coffee. No, but it looked really scary, or it looks a lot scarier now that I know it's not a scam. But in reality, I think it's gonna be very manageable. I'm hoping. All right, so let me take a moment here to figure out what I'm gonna do today. Let's see. Hey, 7 p.m. First time chatter. Desi, if you evade your taxes, you have more disposable income. Not financial advice, yeah. The crazy thing is, I've paid... I've always paid my taxes, I thought. This is kind of news to me. Because I paid 2015, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean... So I don't know what happened in 2016, but apparently that's the problem year. 7 p.m. and other people, if you were a prize winner from the Streamathon, I figured I'd mention again that the prizes are on their way. I shipped them yesterday, I believe, yesterday morning. I guess before we get into production mode here, I didn't get a whole lot of piano playing in yesterday, and I still feel like I'm trying to gain my dexterity back. So let's just jam out on the piano a little bit, and I'll look over at the chat on occasion, see what people are talking about. Hey, what's up, everyone? Eidolon is in the chat, too. Say in general, my wrists feel pretty stiff right now. It's been a while since I feel like my since my wrists have been, or fingers have been moving like I would like them to. Okay, that was more of a warm-up than a jam. Really just trying to get my fingers going. All right. Well, missed the last 3 streams, but I'm all caught up thanks to the bots. Awesome. I'm glad they're of use to people. I'm trying to stay on top of it. And upload the VODs pretty much immediately. All right, y'all. Oh yeah, I wanted to check something out because there's I was assuming that you might be able to open the original serum like patches for the OG serum in Serum 2, but I think that's not the case. I wanted to save a patch that I was having a hard time loading through Ableton's ADG files. Excuse me. Let me see. Presets. Is my Dropbox syncing? Yeah. Where is this? Isn't this the same directory? Presets serum. There we go. Okay, let's see if this loads. I'm curious. Okay, that just straight up didn't work. That's so weird. I'm gonna try it one more time. Wait, I just replaced it. I didn't load it. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm such an idiot. Alright, sorry about that. I'm just gonna wait for that to sync. Okay. Let's try that again. So I think I have to go load preset. All right. It's syncing. Wonder why it's taking so long. Fieldstar Music. What's good, man? Excited to catch the magic in live action. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Well, okay. In the meantime, I'm just gonna get a project file loaded here, because I don't want to just sit and play piano. So I've got a couple of tracks I was thinking about working on. There's one album track, a couple album tracks that still need a lot of love. They all kind of need a lot of love right now, but so there's, I wonder, or I guess it's more what would it take? That's right, I changed the name to that. We could take a look at that project file and see if we're feeling that, and if not, we'll move on. How's this taking so long to sync? That's kind of weird to me. Noodleman, will you add the new album, A Jam Like Blind Faith? Yeah. Oh, 100%. If you're talking about like a acoustic piano jam, for sure. That's weird. That's really weird. It says here it was added 3 minutes ago on my laptop, so. Okay, well, let's take a look at where this track is at. Might have to up the buffer right here.
Once I was lost out in the ocean.
Oh.
Stranded with the wind and with the waves.
Okay.
And fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day.
I think I added a snare there, but I don't really think I want that actually. I think I was only adding that because
Once I was lost out in the ocean. Stranded with the wind and with the waves. And fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day. But I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now.
okay, there's no clap here anymore, I guess.
Things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to live? What
Yeah, I think that I kind of wanted to rework this entire thing because I wasn't really liking. Okay, we got Pro L on here, smashing that. This is distorting. We can shorten it a little bit probably too. I wonder if there's a point where you're better off just creating a new kick from scratch than continuing to EQ it. Probably all depends. Also, just a heads up, y'all. I feel like for some reason my head is in a kind of a funky space today, so not sure why, but I feel like maybe some of this tax stuff threw me through a loop or something. I don't know, but my head's kind of in a weird space, so I feel like I'm working a little bit slower than I normally do. You know, speaking of kicks, though, I really don't like the sound of this. Let's just get rid of this and see if we can find something else to throw in there real quick. I really gotta sit down and do like a proper file organization day. Maybe a day where I'm not streaming, like Saturday potentially. I'll sit down and go through all the projects I've been working on recently and take a lot of the sounds I like and organize them into my sound design folders, because I know I've got a lot of stuff that I've made at this point for the year, during this year, where I know I can save it into my sound design folder. Okay, that kick's not it. Sure, let's try. What would it take for me to, what would it take for me to... It's 121, maybe a little bit slower. Let's try like 124. That's like the standard. What would it take for me to, what would it take for me to... What would it take for me to, what would it take for me to... The reason I was looking for that patch, by the way, which has somehow still not synced, that can't be real. No, it's in there. Okay. Is because I still think that patch could be potentially fun to have in the song somewhere. And as you can see, Serum isn't loading for some of my project files anymore. There was a particular update that kind of messed with some of my stuff, so it only happened on my PC, not on my MacBook. So I've been going to my MacBook and trying to like save some of the sound design. And so that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm taking this patch that I made and I'm trying to save that specific preset and get it going in here. See if this works. Yeah, there we go. Okay, weird. So that's a pretty annoying workaround, but at least that works. Okay, So next, I think I'm gonna get rid of the Pro L. It's just gonna be too much latency, and I think I want to jam on this patch eventually. Because this track is way too much of a question mark still for me to not try to influence a lot of the. Well, there's like barely any writing at the moment, so it'll be kind of a requirement, I guess. We're at a pretty low buffer rate, so we should be good there.
What would it take for me to? What would it take for me to?
Okay, I think I want to. Okay, I just wanted to reverse those shakers. Let's start by getting an offbeat clap here, and I think I want to try to focus on this section first, to understand whether the stuff coming before it kind of leads into it nicely or not. The cello violin was so good though. Oh, it's not going anywhere. I'll definitely be using the cello and violin stuff. Just depends on where. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, I think something like this could be nice, like a clap and a snare. Let's make sure it's a little bit before. That should be good enough for the time being.
What would it take for me to? What would it take for me?
It's so crazy how just sitting here without my sunglasses, like my eyes literally start tearing up because of how intense the sunlight is. I might have to get my sunglasses a little bit later.
What would it take for me to? 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 What would it take for me to?
Okay. Let's get a sublayer going for this. I summon clouds. That would be pretty sweet.
Take for me to.
Trying to see if there's any other way for me to reduce any latency on this. Oh yeah, let's take it out of this group. It's currently being routed. There we go. That's much better.
What would it take for me to? 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 What would it take for me to?
Okay, next I want to try to... Where's that reverb? I want to exaggerate that a little bit.
take for me to take for me to take for me to take for me to take for me take for me take for me
Huh. Wait, is it just, I forget. Why does the velocity turn off the, sound altogether?
Take for me 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 take for me.
Let me go back to the earlier parts of the song, just to try to catch what it is that I was writing earlier.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day, but I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to let?
The arrangement on this, the way I've arranged my sounds is very annoying. You gotta fix that. Drink the rest of this caffeine. Hopefully it'll fix what's clogging my brain. When in doubt, consume caffeine. Sloppy, and I undid that recording unintentionally. Let's go back to Pro L. And I gotta turn up my volume a little bit. Should help me get in the kind of lock in a little bit. Actually, I think I want the velocity to kind of reduce the resonance a bit so that those higher notes, or actually, sorry, not velocity. It should be the note. There we go. Trying to just like commit to a direction and see see what I can do to make it work. Usually you just gotta like roll with something that is on your mind and then just try to like stick it out a little bit. But right now I'm feeling super unconvinced. It is kind of funny how you have to convince yourself of things in life sometimes. It's a valuable skill in the right situations, I guess. Okay, let's remove that fill at the end of there. Where's that vocal? to get some chords on top of this. I don't know if no offense 7 p.m. I appreciate that, but I was actually just thinking the opposite. That's kind of more what I had originally written. Let's try to record that again. Okay, with all the latency, it's even harder to perform this now. Just want to make a little sparkly thing with this, potentially. Kind of fun to play with the detune. I think if we can just figure out what to do for the drop, then we know how to build. We can find ways to build into it a bit more easily. Whoops. Let's get rid of that low end. I don't know why, but today I'm feeling like I have very low confidence in being able to make the sounds that I want. All right. Okay, I might as well bounce this because it's gonna be too complicated to do this preset saving thing with every layer. So obviously the direction of this is going to go from like something more dry to wet, and obviously that's a pretty normal move when it comes to trying to create contrast and yo, thank you for the follow, Benzo. Some days are like that. Luckily, you do overcome it. Yeah, it's such a funny process, right? Because some days where you might not feel you're in it 100%. Doesn't mean that what you're producing is necessarily a reflection of that, right? You might go back to that idea that you started when you were not vibing with it or not in a good headspace, and maybe later you check it out and you're like, wait, actually there's something to it, or maybe you just release it and you're still not happy with it and it ends up being a song that a lot of people like. You just never know. Yo, my God, he doesn't stop. Sorry, I don't know. But Blaze Runner, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the gifted subs. Damn, dude. That's crazy. Gifted another 11 subs. So, thank you so much. So we got Blastfox, you were gifted a sub. Fielstora, Cutter Mile, Inverse, Sneaks, Felix, whole bunch of new subscribers. Damn. That's crazy. You're crazy. You gotta slow it down. I really appreciate it though, seriously. But also, seriously, we gotta get you to calm down with those subs, my friend. Wait. Yeah, I guess it is. You've been like earning OG status. Alright, let's just record some new chords that are a little bit more in line with the original string recording. That's fine. I don't understand why Ableton does this. Like, I clearly played a chord, and then it just doesn't record it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really think it might be time for a full system wipe very, very soon. I'm confuzzled. I recorded at that time. I was clearly playing that though. And for some reason it just didn't record it. What if we pitched up that background flute thingamajig? It is audio, but let's turn those vocals down a bit, actually. They're quite loud. Something I forget to do sometimes when I'm working on tracks is like, I remember how interesting it was for me to like work with vocalists for the first time, and it became clear pretty quickly to me that like, obviously you need to hear sections and like the general vibe of the song like a few times over and over again, let your subconscious kind of absorb it and start riffing on it and such. And you can't really just play it once or twice. You gotta kind of loop it for a bit, and then that, I think that gives your brain the chance to kind of like, I don't know, adjust to the vibe and the tempo and the progression and everything. And I kind of forget to do that myself sometimes, and sometimes it helps to just like loop a section over and over and over again to keep making little tweaks to make progress. Or sometimes I trick myself into thinking that like just because I've worked on a song a long time, I don't need to keep looping sections. Cause it's like, oh, I've already spent all this time on it. Like I already know what this section is supposed to sound like. But then when I listen back, I'm like, oh, I don't actually really like this. And so I guess that maybe that's a clearer sign to me that it still needs a lot of work, and I gotta lock in a little bit. Might be time to remove some stuff that's not being used as well, just to clear up space. And a lot of these patches I think aren't going to work anymore anyways, so... Yeah, all this unfortunately is done for, so let's just get rid of all this. I definitely think there's room for some kind of melody there to start doing a little bit of a call and response. What would it take for me to let? Take for me to for me to what would it take for me to little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to let? I'm kind of thinking. What would it take for me to let? I thought for the time being I might be able to just chop in the learn, because I was starting to hear that on the downbeat. What would it take for me to learn? Take for me to take for me to let. What would it take for me to let? What would it take Would love to do a new take of these vocals. Where's that low end coming from? Oh, it's just these chords that are sustained for no reason. Hey, thank you for the follow, Pronoia Mindset. Much appreciated. It's just the sustain, I think. Here we go. Yeah, and then we just stop it right there. That sounds really bad at the moment. I don't know about these hats. Let's kind of mute all this and just trying to check in on where all the percussion sounds are at right now. So why don't we add just like a quick little downbeat sound? Is this gonna load? Probably not. Distorted sign patch. Yeah, I figured that wouldn't work. Oh wait, there it is. I think this patch will work. All right. Let's go one lower.
What would it take for me to
I don't know. I've been writing a lot of four to the floor stuff with kind of like more sustained notes in the drop, but I don't know if that's what I want to do here.
for me to
feels very similar to some of the other tracks I've been working on, like too similar to just use this, so I don't know. Let's riff on it regardless. And then we'll add some more percussion. Maybe we mute that like little riff here. Okay, well, still figuring it out, but let's start by getting some hi-hats in here. I'm starting to hear maybe like I think I'm kind of hearing these like kind of distorted offbeat, almost like borderline mini crash type hi-hats. Love these Louis Vuitton hats. Gotta shout out my boy Tyler when I can. Let's see. I wonder if we could just kind of like delay it a little bit and just get rid of the transient altogether. We get it close. Let's just try it. Try the same thing with a couple of these other hi-hats here and see which one we like the most. It kind of makes them into shakers, I guess, so it's like not really hi-hats necessarily, but I think we want to keep that transient really sharp from the kick. Let's see. So what if maybe we use this as the accent downbeat every time the chord. Dun, 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 dun. Yo. Let's go like that. Thank you for the follow, Jigs Network. Also, first time chatters, Pranoya. Thank you for tuning in and chat for the first time. So what if we try to roughly use the same riff, but then just like have this accent to get... Hold on, what about this? One of these is too long. So maybe let's try to remove lower the velocity by a lot. Because that's still mapped to a few parameters in the patch. This vocal is bothering me so much. I do like the idea of having the phrase there, but okay, let's get an offbeat hi-hat now. Something really something really short, I think. Actually, I love that one. I gotta ask Tyler how he, Louis Futon, how he processed these, because I love them. Love them a lot. Let's see, the offbeat ones, we might actually be able to delay it or like put off the grid a little bit. Sounds pretty bad right now. Okay, let's go back one sec. I wonder if maybe some string, like staccato hits would be cool on the downbeat. Okay, new idea. Let's do these half as often, and maybe we'll create a different like downbeat emphasis thing. I think that could be a bit cooler. I actually don't like this hi-hat. Yeah, I gotta search for something else. You can tell shortening it isn't making it really sound like it doesn't sound like a short hi-hat. It sounds like a cut-off longer hi-hat. Wait, why am I just scrolling hat? I'm just scrolling through random sounds. Excuse me. I'm just picturing something really short and light. I don't know, whatever. Let's just try some random sounds and see if there's anything that clicks. That's too tiny. Let's try that. Yeah, whatever. It's better, but okay, let's duplicate this bass patch, and then we can create some reversed reverb leading into those hits. So we'll just take these two hits, we'll bounce it, and then we'll do the old reverse, add reverb, squash it, bounce, reverse trick. It's kind of weird saying these things out loud versus just doing them, because yeah, I'd say I'm a bit more used to it now. I guess today's the last month of July, so now this would be the 2-month mark of me streaming again pretty regularly. But yeah, it definitely took me a moment to kind of get back into the habit of at least saying something about what I'm doing. It felt very forced in the beginning, but it feels like more of a habit now. All right, that should be fine. We'll just bounce this, reverse it, and then we can add some effects to it if we wish. First time chatter, Jake's Network, working on ad. Working on ad, but I got you. Oh, did I miss a baby redeem? That's my bad. Yo, wait. Magical Piano Wizard Bro, this is your conscience speaking. Save your project. Wait. Thank you. Hold on. I really got to figure out how to let my activity feed show these things. You didn't miss it, baby redeem. We're just asking you to save your work. All right. I appreciate it. Cool. Complex Pro. I think they're actually the other way around somehow.
Take from me the, take from me the.
Okay. I am kind of curious. Let's get this drum loop going somewhere else as well. I don't want to remove this section altogether, but I am a little curious about whether eventually it will make sense to do something more sustained for this track as well, in terms of the bass. I really got to save this patch as a sidechain a little bit again. Like maybe this isn't really the real drop. Maybe this is just kind of like where the track starts. I don't know, something about like let's just test this out for a moment. Let's go 32 measures here. And let's grab that drum loop. Take a look at whether
What would it take for me to made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to live? Take from me to love. Take from me to
I don't know. It's kind of a different direction for the idea, but it's making me wonder. Maybe this would be easier to map out if I start the song softer with like I mean not softer, but like just more immediately with the verse. Let's try something out here. Let's increase or add let's say like 100 measures here. And let's just copy specifically the this. Yep. All right, let's pretend like we're starting the song from the verse. And
once I was lost out in the ocean.
Maybe we for sure get rid of the drums for the time being.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion.
Okay, and we add a measure here. Grab that intro effect sound stuff. Should just be this one.
Once I was lost out in the ocean.
Actually, there's a couple more down here.
Stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day, but I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now.
Yeah, let's leave this muted as well for the
What would
time
it take for me? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to live?
Thinking. Just, I'm experimenting here.
What would it take for me to, what would it take for me? What would it take for me to, what would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to, what would it take for me to live?
It'd be kind of random if it just kind of came in here. I feel like it could be cool. Grab people. Grab a listener off guard. Let's mute a few things. Where is it? Here. We'll get rid of that. Oh yeah, and the strings I want to end there too. Let's see.
What would it take for me to, what would it take for me to, what would it take for me to, what would it take for me to?
I don't know. Let's just roll with it and see if we like this idea a little bit more.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day, but I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to, what would it take for me to?
Or we just go and skip this entire thing for the time being.
What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to?
can start mono and maybe build towards something else. I don't know. Let's see.
What would it take for me? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to
Let's just record it.
so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to
Okay, whatever. This is really hard to jam on with this latency. Let's try to add, maybe we add a little element in there that can continue that ARP. Is the latency software related? Yes, indeed it is. Indeed it is. Not entirely sure what I'm picturing, but actually didn't mean to do convolve. Let's add just like a actually maybe we yeah.
what would it take for me to
Yeah, I don't like it. But we do need to sidechain it, and let's keep working on the sound. Let me increase the octaves a bit so I can play it more comfortably here while editing the sound. Let's add some other shapes in here as well.
what
I mean, what do we do after this though? Like, if we start the track.
But I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to live?
Oh, whoops, is this the wrong patch? Oh, I just don't have any effects on it. I thought I put something on it. Oh, whoops, that's why. I'm telling y'all, my brain isn't braining today.
What would it take for me to
It's actually a little bit closer to what I was thinking, but
take for me to What would it take for me to
so then I don't know, let's just pretend that we can have another verse start here or something, I guess. For some reason.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day.
Except it would be actually a little bit later. I think it was right here.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day, but I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now.
And then I guess here is where we would have this little section with the strings.
Take for me. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to
So if we were to kind of entertain this direction, why don't we do mono for a moment and
What would it take for me? What would it take for me to live? What would it take for me to
I don't know, the jam brain in me wants to like make a melody and bass line out of it, but I don't think it. Not sure if it should be both. I don't know. I feel like there can be some embellishments, but largely, I think I just want it to focus on the roots. I don't know. That way we can maybe leave some room for other elements to potentially where's that? Whoa. The hell? Where's that lead synth that I loaded up earlier? I do not see it anywhere. There it is.
What would it take for me to
let's make it mono, not legato. And let's copy over this synth riff here.
What would it take for me to and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to love? What would it take for me to
It definitely removes from the impact, but
take for me to
it's tough because I keep wanting to have Pro L on the master because it makes it a lot more pleasing to listen to, but it definitely prevents me from being able to jam in any way, shape, or form. It's just too difficult with the latency.
what would it take for me to Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day. But once I was lost out in the ocean. Stranded with the wind and with the waves. And fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day. But I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now.
Now I'm wondering, maybe I just start the song like that. I don't know. Drums and bass just like right off the bat. Could be kind of cool. Let me get the vocal parts that are missing.
Stranded with the wind on my own through night and through day. But I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me?
Yeah, this stuff here. That should be over here, I think.
Matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to learn?
Maybe. Possibly.
What would it take for me to...
Okay, let's mute all this stuff and just try to picture what this might sound like as an intro. We for sure remove this vocal. Ooh, actually, okay. Hearing it now is making me... I keep changing my mind. But... okay, we can start like that.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion.
Could be kind of cool. We can use that softer bass from earlier here instead.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day, but I made it through the other side.
I love that the velocity is kind of accenting those hits.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with. Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion.
I like this a bit more, I think.
But I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so.
Okay, let's start looking at some of these other...
in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the
We also
waves.
have this layer. Doesn't really fit there. We do have this little piano thing.
don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to love?
Okay. I do like that more. And if we do this, then I think we can kind of earn, quote unquote, a little more build-up time here, which I really like because I think these chords are satisfying to hear. So let's duplicate these a few times. We could even potentially break down to just strings and vocals. And let's get rid of basically all the other layers for a moment. Yo, thank you for the follow, Far3 Fire. Hey, thank you for the save reminder. I don't know quite where this is going, but I particularly like this section now with the vocals.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day, but I made it through the other side. And take for me, what would it take for me to love?
Wait, what happened to the other layers there?
What would it take for me?
There we go.
What would it take for me to love?
Whoops. I want to keep repeating that vocal. Then we can probably start the hi-hats here instead. For me to, yeah, that sets it up nicely, I guess. Kind of hard to be mad at a song that starts with a drum beat.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day, but I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to love?
All right. Let's at the very least keep the... Damn it. Get the drum kit back in there. try to get a feel for.
What would it take for me to? What would it take for me to?
I don't know.
What would it take for me to?
Oh, right, we made this mono. Let's switch this to poly again. And maybe open it back up mostly.
What would it take for me to?
Make sure the vocal's still in here.
Take for me to? What would it 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 take for me to?
Could be cool. Let's try that.
What would it take for me to? What would it take for me to? What would it take for me to? What would it take for me to?
Oh, why did it? Yeah, it's gonna become an issue because I really want to jam, and it's kind of impossible to do it with the Pro L on here.
What would it take for me to?
if this really fits the rest of the song, but let's get some vibrato going in here. Not like that. Let's see, LFO 6. Your mod wheel. Feels a little bit unrelated to the rest of the track, but this latency. Nah. I'm trying to think about like just possibilities. Thinking about possibilities. Is that like too... I don't know. For some reason, nothing I write after this feels like it makes sense. Okay, I have decided to remove Pro L. It is driving me crazy. Let's see if we can get rid of anything else on here. Soothe, Pro MB. And let's just throw a limiter on here because we can forget about the fidelity for now. Just make sure the volume is there. Oh my god, yeah. It's so much better. It's like this heavy, funky thing, maybe? Let's record that. Okay, well, the rest of the song is kind of... let me get this macro mapped out to parameter on the... Yeah, this will help a lot with jamming. Just gonna map this out. There we go.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day, but I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to love?
Wait, why does that kind of sound like, Yo, thank you for the follow. Luminist music. try something a bit more arpy, I guess. Not sure.
What would it take for me to
Doesn't really, yeah, I don't know. Let's go back to the beginning.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and through day, but I made it through the other side, and I can tell you now, the little things that bothered me don't matter so much now. What would it take for me? What would it take for me to love?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure anymore. I feel like I'm just producing a bunch of random stuff. Some of it's working, some of it isn't. I like how the vocals sound in this section now. That's pretty much all that I like.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves.
Lots of room for like little embellishments if we want.
Once I was lost out in the ocean, stranded with the wind and with the waves, and fear was my only emotion. On my own through night and
Ugh, damn. Anyways, well, I think I'm gonna make today a little bit of a shorter stream, y'all. I don't know. I just feel like I've been having a hard time getting in a good headspace, good creative headspace where I'm feeling like ready to keep trying new things and trying this and trying that. And I'm just gonna open up a project file here and jam out on the piano for a little bit and try to wind things down. But yeah, I think I need to cut my losses. Sometimes it's okay to not force things. I remember there was this book. I already lost my train of thought. I think I was going to talk about the War of Art. But no. It's actually a book called Deep Work by Cal Newport. And he talks about what he kind of, it's kind of one of those like self-help productivity type books, and I do like it, and I really liked it at the time that I read it. many years ago. But in his opinion, he kind of talks about what it means to be a professional versus a quote unquote amateur, and he talks about how one of the big differences in his eyes is showing up every day and being there every day to do the work, whether you are in the mood for it or not. And there's a degree to which I agree with that, but it's also really important to know, like, where's your point of depreciating returns. Because sitting there for hours and hours on end and just kind of like walking into the same brick wall over and over again isn't really gonna bring you closer to having a healthy relationship with your creativity. But at the same time, you know, obviously just always waiting for that spark to hit you can also be damaging overall. Hey, Dini Gaming, and thanks for the first time chat. Yeah, I think really just being in tune with that point of depreciating returns can be really valuable, and that just requires a little bit of introspection and self-awareness, which you also can't really always have. So I don't really know exactly what I'm saying, but I felt like I tried to work on that track a little bit. It didn't work out. And I do have quite a lot of other stuff I need to get through today, for better or for worse. So I was thinking about starting to do Feedback Fridays, though. I should mention that. I think I will start doing that next week. But for now, I'll be back on Sunday. I'll stream at the same time as usual. Sunday at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. to 4, probably. Yo, thank you. Thank you, Ilpo, for the follow. But yeah, we'll make it a regular occurrence. We'll do feedback Fridays. I was thinking about just being online for an hour. Just do a quick little feedback stream. Just hang out, chat, listen to people's submissions. If it goes over that hour, who cares? All good. But anyways, yeah, sorry it was kind of a short stream, and I don't feel like I really got that much done today, but that's okay. Days like this happen, and it be what it be. It's part of the process, and I feel like I gave it a solid shot. That's all I can ask for at the end of the day. But I appreciate people following, and I appreciate Blades Runner always gifting so many subs. That's extremely kind. And yeah, I'll be back soon. I'll be back Sunday, and we'll get Feedback Fridays going starting next week in August. But yeah, all right. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out and watching me stumble across attempt after attempt of making something happen today. But I'll see you soon, and yeah, peace out. Take care, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm excited to see some of you on Sunday. Peace out.
Do you hear what I hear?